It's not often you hear Arabic spoken in a rugby changing room. These are the minutes before an important league match. Such a scene and such a level of passion would have been unthinkable in this country just a few short years ago. If I were to ask you to consider the heartlands of rugby league, you might think of New South Wales or Queensland in Australia, perhaps Lancashire or Yorkshire in the north of England. You probably aren't thinking of Bahamdoon, a town just outside Beirut. Now, they may still be waiting for the delivery of rugby posts at this particular stadium, but here in Lebanon, the game has taken an unlikely hold. Only 5 years ago, these players were still learning the game, and passing spectators were simply bemused onlookers.
Even though the rules, they've never watched the game, they think it's actually American football. When you tell them rugby, they think it's American football. So having it on TV for the first time really awoken the people a bit. So now when I tell some people rugby league, they really know what it's about.
George, if the ball is there, we're going that way, we're defending that way. The ball's there, you're out of play.
The seeds of Lebanese rugby league were sown with a distinctly Australian accent. Professional players of Lebanese descent based in Sydney formed a team to compete at the 2000 World Cup. The side failed to win a game, but did win a lot of friends. They then toured their homeland and began planning for the future.
Our charter from an international rugby league point of view was, if your team wants to now qualify for the next World Cup, you've got to show us that you can start a competition domestically. Otherwise, you'll always be seen as a non-Lebanon team as such. So it was our challenge then to, after that 2000 tour and the visit to Lebanon, to try and work out how we're going to start a competition in Lebanon.
That a Lebanese league is now up and running is thanks to this man. Danny Kazanjan arrived in Beirut in 2002 with a dozen rugby balls and the task of developing a grassroots structure. He introduced the sport to the country's universities and has been rewarded with a thriving league.
We've enabled them to take the sport, start it, run it, manage it on a day-to-day basis, develop it as coaches, develop it as match officials. So they have really been responsible for taking the sport from an idea and making it into something real and tangible.
Today, a quarter of the national squad are born and bred in Lebanon, and once again this team has a World Cup on its mind. After the 2004 event was cancelled, the 2008 finals in Australia are their new focus. This qualifier against Russia had to be relocated to London because of last year's war, but Lebanon won the match and are well placed to reach those finals, with Australian-born players and their Lebanese counterparts playing side by side.
It's credit to the Lebanese tradition. We don't give up. When we've been there, we get knocked down or we get up and keep going again. To these people, to have what happened past year or so, to get up and do it again and say, no, we want to keep playing, we want to keep the comp going, it's just credit to the Lebanese courage.
I like to think that the level is getting closer because we are improving. How long it will take us to get to their level, I'm not sure, but it's good to see that every time we meet them, we're able to help them more instead of sort of just lagging behind.
That attitude is typified by Ibrahim Balou. He'd never picked up a rugby ball until he started university, but the game has already had quite an impact on him and his body. He's now not only a player, but also a fully qualified coach.
When we went on a tour to England in August 2004, everybody were shocked. There's rugby in Lebanon even. You know, this logo, logo in Arabic. Everybody is wondering, is there rugby in Lebanon? You know, Lebanon, they thought everybody like Lebanon, we are in the desert, in tents, I don't know.
The immediate future of Lebanese Rugby League rests with the national team and their World Cup campaign. But the long-term future will be decided on the playing fields of Lebanon. Andy Richardson, Al Jazeera, Beirut.